Huda Beauty's Cyber Craze sale is coming up soon, so I wanted to show you a video of my favorite products. Let's get started. Alright, skin prep is done and the canvas is ready. So let's get into this full face of Huda Beauty. First up, the Easy Blur Primer. I'm taking a little on my fingers and warming it up. This is a great tip for any primer as it helps the product melt into the skin. Now I'm pressing this into the skin and not rubbing. Pressing is key as it fills the pores and ensures your foundation won't pill, even with a silicone-free formula like this one. And by now, the face is perfectly primed and blurred. The next step is a must-buy, especially for brown skin. This is the Faux Filter Corrector in Peach. I'm using the mini version, which is perfect for travel. I'm placing this only on the areas of darkness, which is under the eyes, around the mouth, and on any hyperpigmentation spots. Then I'm taking this dense tapered Huda Beauty brush to blend. Look how easily this neutralizes everything. The brush is firm enough to blend, but soft enough that it doesn't pull on the skin. It just melts the corrector. Remember, a corrector only neutralizes and it does not add any coverage. So make sure you're only applying it to places where there is darkness. If you're a deeper skin tone than I am, the mango shade will suit you really well. For my skin tone, peach works perfectly. You want to blend it in place so that it neutralizes everything perfectly for you. And now you can see all the darkness is completely cancelled out and there's no grey cast. The next step will be to conceal. This is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer in Granola. It is 4.5. I'm applying this over those corrected areas basically. And I'm going to be using the same brush, which is not a problem, and I'm going to be blending it all out. The formula is what I call a luminous matte. It sets down, but it doesn't look dry or flat. And it's a perfect skin tone match for me. So it's concealing the darkness, not just highlighting it. I like using this concealer either with a brush or even with the fingers because it just warms it up and blends it out perfectly. And now you can see the base is completely even. Amazing product. Okay, brows are done off camera and I'm also going in and priming my eyelids. Right now we're going to be diving into the Empowered Eyeshadow Palette by Huda Beauty. You'll see what a versatile palette this is. I'm starting with this light, warm shade on a fluffy brush. Basically, I'm going to be working this into the crease and the corner as a transition. I'm also taking that same shade on the bottom lash line to create a cohesive shape. Now I'm taking a darker brown from the palette. My pro tip is to build your product slowly. I'm applying it close to the lash line and then blending upwards. This gives you so much more control and avoids that panda eye look where you deposit too much product at once. Blending that out can be a bit difficult, but you can see how easy this is. I just keep building this up. And back in with that fluffy brush, I'm just blending those colors together. This is what will make it look seamless. And then I'm going to be taking this black shade on a pencil brush. This is the key to smokiness. And you can see that I'm pressing this right at that lash line. Now I'm going to be connecting it all by smudging that same black shadow on the lower lash line. This joins the upper and lower lines for that really intense smoky effect. This is the Huda Beauty Creamy Kohl Pencil in Very Vanta. It's incredibly black. I'm sure you must have seen me use this quite a bit in my shorts. I'm running this on my waterline and tightlining the upper lash line to add that intense depth. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to be curling my lashes with an eyelash curler. I'll pop some mascara off camera and I'll be right back. And that is the finished eye. Isn't it stunning? Now for foundation. This is the Easy Blur foundation in 350G. Since I'm not my winter shade nor my summer shade, I'm using 350G. Using the Huda Beauty face brush, I'm buffing this all over the skin. You can see how beautifully it's melting into the skin and it's not being streaky at all. The dense brush gives me the coverage and it's also soft, so it's not hurting the skin at all. You can also see that I have some hyperpigmentation peeking through. So I'm going to go in with a little more. Just like Huda said, apparently this can be built up, but let's see how it goes. As you can see, it's layering beautifully without getting cakey or heavy, and it's actually blurring everything. The combination of the primer and the foundation is a match made in heaven. For bronzing, I'm actually going to be using the Huda Beauty blush filter in the shade Latte. This is apparently a bronzer, so let's try it out. I'm going to be applying 2 dots high on the cheekbone and blending it up. It gives the most beautiful, natural looking warmth. I'm also adding a little to the forehead. Let's see how it all comes together. And that's bronzing done. And I want to also use a blush, and I'm going in with the blush filter, this time in the shade Watermelon Pop. These two liquid products are designed to blend together seamlessly. So let's see if it actually is worth the money. And look at that, there's no patchiness at all. Just this gorgeous flush from within glow. Now let's focus on this new product that was launched. This is the new Easy Bake Duo, and I'm going to be using the shade Pink Pumpkin. This is Huda's new shade, specifically for tan to deep skin. I'm mixing these two shades on a puff and pressing this underneath the eyes, on my smile lines, and over any pigmentation. Think of this like a color correcting powder. So if this product is on sale, I urge you to get it. It's totally worth it because it's blurring, it's setting, and the Pink Pumpkin shade is perfect. So it not only color corrects, it also blurs your skin. There's no ashy cast at all. It just finishes the skin. For highlighter, I'm using the Discontinued Helios palette. I'm so sad that this is gone. But any gold champagne highlighter you have will work. I'm just hitting the high points of the face. And now we are moving on to the next step. For the lips, this is another hack. I'm using the Huda Beauty Lip Contour Stain in Warm Brown as my lip liner. I'm just overlining it slightly and then blending it out with my finger. So by blending it out with my finger, I'm creating a soft natural shadow that lasts all day. Then I'm going to be topping it with the Faux Filler Jelly Oil in Juicy Peach. This combo is amazing. The stain gives you long wear and the oil gives that incredible juicy shine. To wrap it all up, I'm using the Easy Bake Setting Spray. I'm drenching my face, and then here's the final makeup artist trick. I'm taking my foundation brush and pressing that spray into the skin. This melts all the powders and the liquids together. And here's the final look, a full face of Huda Beauty. I really hope you enjoyed this video. and I'll see you in my next one. What are you picking up from the sale? Let me know.